up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is DC Turumani and I make videos about motherhood, lifestyle and fitness. In today's video, I'm gonna put you on some game, okay? We're gonna talk about dating red flags that you need to keep your eyes out for, okay? I'm putting you on some game because nobody put me on game, okay? I've got 10. Yeah, I've got 10 dating red flags that you need to keep your eye out for. And this can apply to you if you're a single mom and you're back in the dating game, if you are just dating, if you are divorced and you want to get back in the dating game, if you are a widow or a widower, whatever, okay? Some of the points that I have in this video are what I've learned from my previous relationship with my baby dad. Others are some that I just sort of started to notice with other couples that were around us. And also just things that I have just sort of learned from being in therapy and being self-introspective. Okay, so let's cut this intro very short because what I have to share to you is golden. I want you to get a notebook out and write down, get your memo app out on your phone and write these things down because girl or boy, because these can apply to men as well, okay? Just keep your eyes out for these red flags. The first dating red flag is the reason for breaking up with the previous girl or the reason why his previous relationship failed, okay? My baby dad's reason for the failure of his previous relationship was because he cheated on his ex-girlfriend. This was told to me in the first couple of days. I feel like in the first 3 dates, he told me this himself. And what did I do with that information, honey? I did nothing with it. What is this message? What is he trying to tell me? He's trying to tell me that, baby girl, I'm a cheater, okay? And I just ignored that message. So ask the right questions and listen. And listen to comprehend. Don't just be listening for airy fairy things. No. Ask the right question. The question is, why did your previous relationship fail? And listen out for whether they say that it failed because they cheated on the ex-girlfriend, or it failed because, or listen out for things like, oh, my ex is just crazy. What? No, don't date anybody that calls their ex crazy, or their exes are crazy, they are blameless, blah 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 blah. No. I am not blameless in my previous relationship, but I feel like that's a story for another video. But ask the right questions, interpret them correctly, and don't just toss the information you are being given out the window like I did. Red flag number 2. Red flag number 2 is being late to your dates. Being late. You set up a date, or the other person set up a date, and they arrive late. They arrive late without having told you in advance that, listen, I'm running late, please excuse me, blah blah blah. And they arrive extremely late. For me, extremely late is past 10 minutes. If I'm waiting at a restaurant for you looking like a fool, it's a no, thank you very much. Get up from your seat, ma'am, and go home, okay? There are great shows on Netflix. Go watch a movie at the theater, whatever, but do not sit and wait for a man that keeps you waiting without having told you in advance that they're running late and just makes you wait. This tells me that they don't appreciate your time. Baby, being in my presence is a privilege, okay? You need to recognize that. And you coming late and acting like it's a non-factor just tells me you don't value my time. So in general, they will be wasting your time. Moving on, like, they're gonna waste your time. If they come late to the date, they're gonna be wasting your time. Red flag number 3, they pull disappearing acts. You don't want to be dating a Houdini here, okay? I'm not necessarily talking about ghosting, but it's similar to ghosting. What I mean by disappearing act is they're here and then they're not here. They're texting you and then they go radio silent for like 3 days, and then they come back and now they want to be interested, and then they disappear again for 5 days, and then they come back and now they want to be. That is inconsistent. That is crazy making. We do not have time for that, ma'am. We need consistency. I need to see that, okay, this person really is interested and not dipping in and out of my life. Okay, when they're dipping in and out of your life like that, trust me, you are not the only girl that they're talking to, and that's fine, you know, as long as you are both on the same page, as in I'm telling you that, listen, boy, man, you are not the only man that I'm seeing. And it's important to let other people know that, especially if you are doing the deed with all of these men that you're seeing. Okay, it is important. So if he's dipping in and out of your life, he's definitely dipping in and out of multiple, you know the word. Number 4, they do not want to label the relationship. I see this very often. It's never quite happened to me, but from friends, I see it on TikTok, I see it everywhere, where girls are complaining that he doesn't want to put a label on things, blah, blah, blah. Why are you still sticking around? You know what you want. You know you want an exclusive boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. But then if he doesn't want to give you that, he's not meeting your needs. Your needs are not being met. I feel like that's such a surface level thing. If your needs are not being met at a surface level thing like that, many of your other needs that are not surface level, that are quite deep, are not going to be met. And if they don't want to put a label on the relationship, it is because, once again, he is dipping his fingers in other cookie jars, multiple cookie jars, and does not want to stop doing that. So in this case, let him go. Let him go dip his fingers in the other cookie jars, and you just remain by yourself. Number 5, you never meet his friends. Why is he keeping you a secret? You are an entire adult, a living, breathing, whole human that is being kept a secret. Why? If he's not proud to be like, you know, to the closest people, the people that have known him the longest, to be like, this is my girlfriend, blah, 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 and feel like he's won the lottery, let that man go. Let him go, because he's not serious about you. He doesn't want other people seeing you, because he's probably married maybe, and his friends know he's married and doesn't want them to have to hide secrets too, like, or probably in another relationship. Just, if he doesn't want you to meet his friends, let that man go. Number 6, red flag number 6, is they don't celebrate your successes. If he doesn't like to see you winning, he wants to control you. Okay? If he is not happy to see you get a promotion at work, also earn more money at work, he is intimidated by you, and you don't want to date a man that's intimidated by you. That's such a turn off. Ugh. He's intimidated by you. If he's not celebrating the fact that you, I don't freaking know, you won a pageant, you got a promotion at work, you aced your exam, he wants to keep you small so that he can control you. But you don't want to be kept small. You want to keep growing and growing and growing, because that's what humans do. We grow taller, we grow wider, we grow older, we grow smarter, okay, we grow richer, okay? So if he wants to keep you like this, he wants to control you, and that should make you think, why does he want to control me? Why is he intimidated by me? It's giving short man syndrome. I was gonna say something vulgar, but you know what I mean when I say it's giving short man syndrome. Okay, you don't want to be with a man like that. You want to be with a man that is confident enough in himself to know that you are not a threat to his manhood. If a man is threatened, if a man's manliness is threatened by you achieving and succeeding, that is not a man, that is a boy. Let that boy go. Number 7, he gaslights you. For those of you that do not know what gaslighting means, it is a way that people manipulate you psychologically in order for you to question your own sanity. So I'll give you an example. Maybe you and I are dating, and we're at a party, and you see me talking to another girl, but I'm very close, like I'm touchy. It's quite obvious that I'm very touchy, inappropriately touchy. And as my partner, you come up to me after I'm done talking to this girl, and you say to me, what are you doing? Why would you do that? What is going on between you and this girl? And you clearly saw what you saw, right? And I turn to you and I say, what are you talking about? That's my friend from 6 years ago. Like, why would you think there's anything going on between me and her? So that's an example of gaslighting. I'm making you think that what you saw with your own 2 eyes didn't happen. So it's giving emotional abuse, okay? So if he gaslights you and says things like that, like, what do you mean? That didn't happen. No, you didn't. That's not what happened. Why would you think I'd do that? Like, leave him. Leave. It gets worse. I promise you, when somebody gaslights, I'm talking from experience now. And I'm not just talking about my ex. I'm talking about experiences with other people that I was never in a romantic relationship with. Always gaslit me. Friends, family, men that I was dating. It never changes. Every time they're caught out in a lie, or if you try to express that you're crossing a boundary, they're gonna make you seem like you are crazy. And unfortunately, with people that gaslight you, I feel like this is such a, I don't know if I'm very good at gaslight. I'm a terrible liar anyway, so I don't think I'm good at gaslighting. But with people that gaslight you, they're so good at it that it actually works. That is why if you see it like a thread of text on your man's phone and he comes and is like, no, that's not, then you start believing, girl, you saw what you saw. Okay, so if he's gaslighting you, dump his ass. Red flag number 8, love bombing. I feel as though love bombing goes hand in hand with gaslighting. So if you don't know what love bombing is when somebody is overly loving. They buy you gifts, they send you massive bouquets of flowers after they have done something wrong. So for example, let's take the same example I used of you and I are dating, we're at a party, I'm talking to another girl, you come up to me and you tell me that, what are you doing? And I gaslight you. I've gaslit you, and then the next day I send a huge bouquet of roses to your office to show you how what you saw was never that, how I love you so much, how could you think I'd ever do that? So I'm trying to make up for what I did. I know in my head that what you saw is correct, but now I've convinced you that what you saw is not correct. But in order to convince you further, I come and I buy lavish gifts for you to make you believe how in love I am with you. That's not how things work, okay? This is the real world. You cannot erase what you've done by buying your way out of it. You cannot buy me roses and make me think that I'm going to forget about what you did. I've seen a few women on TikTok actually talk about this, like divorcees that say they knew that their husband had cheated on them whenever they would get roses because they weren't ever bought those things. And I found often that men that don't gift you things, okay, if he doesn't gift you things, dump his ass. But anyways, men that don't gift stuff, they will often buy you gifts when they're feeling guilty for something. So you need to keep an eye out. You need to watch the patterns of what is happening in your relationship. Does he buy you gifts on the regular, or is it just like every once in a while when he's feeling guilty for something? Yeah, so love bombing goes hand in hand with gaslighting. Number 9 is excessive calling and texting. This proves to me that you are an insecure man. Always texting, where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? Hilang, can you relax? And I feel like this can happen in the early stages of the relationship. And I'm not saying be that person that, like, if they text you, then you be like, oh, I'll respond tomorrow so that I don't seem too here. No, there's texting and healthy texting, like, you know, checking up on each other. Then there's a constant excessive smothering texting and calling. Hey, where are you? Who are you with? What are you doing? When are you coming home? Can I live my life? It tells me that you are insecure. It tells me that you feel like you cannot trust me, and that is a you problem, not a me problem. Okay, I should be secure in myself and secure in my relationship enough that I don't need to text you for the whole 4 hours that you're out with your friends if you say that you're going out with your friends. I don't need to video call. This is another thing that people do now, that you can video call or FaceTime. They will video call you. If I say I'm going to, I don't know, a restaurant in Santon, and they will video call to see that I'm actually telling the truth. You're insecure, you're controlling, boy bye. Red flag number 10 is they say I love you too soon in the relationship. Sir, you don't even know me. Okay, we're on our 3rd date. You don't even know me. How are you gonna love me? How do you already love me? If somebody's saying I love you too soon in a relationship, and of course there are no hard and fast rules about when is the right time to say I love you, but for me, I don't know about you, but for me, love is something that's built over time through spending time together and sharing experiences together. You cannot, after the 2nd date, know that you love me. It's not possible. It's not possible for me anyway. So if someone says that they love you, that's a big red flag. I mean, I love you too soon. That's a big red flag for me, because it's giving narcissist. It's giving trying to trap you. It's giving trying to force you to move very quickly in this relationship. What's the rush? If they're moving too quickly in the relationship, you need to just ask yourself, what is the rush? Why are we rushing? What are you trying to run from? And what have you not healed that you think that moving very quickly in this relationship is going to help you heal? Because trust me, it's not. So if somebody says I love you too soon, you don't have to say it back. I'm putting you on game. I told you I was putting you on game. You don't have to say it back. You can just say thank you. That's very sweet. And move on. Now, because I'm me and I love you so much, I'm going to give you a bonus tip. This is tip number 11. Bonus tip. If he lets his mother disrespect you. Okay, shall I say without the claps? If he lets his mother disrespect you, that's a huge red flag. It is giving mama boy. It is giving unhealed mother wounds. It is giving narcissistic mom. And I'm speaking from experience, obviously. Like, this is something that I experienced recently. If he lets his mother disrespect you in his presence and he does nothing about it, run for the hills. Run. Because if he lets his mom disrespect you, the amount of disrespect this man is gonna fling your way when his mom is not there. If he's letting his mother disrespect you, the amount of disrespect you are gonna get from this man, it's higher than Mount Everest. I'm telling you now. Because if he feels as though the woman that birthed him can disrespect you and it's okay, that means it gives him permission to disrespect you too. And the disrespect is that he's gonna show you it does not compare to the disrespect that the mother shows. So and I also said it's giving unhealed mom wound. It's giving an unhealed mother wound. If a man cannot confront his mother and say, you will not speak to my fiance like that in my house. If a man cannot confront his mother and say, mother, I understand that you feel a type of way about my fiance, but unless you are willing to speak to her respectfully, I'm gonna need you to exit my home, and you can only come back here when you are willing to speak to her respectfully. I love you, but I'm gonna love you from a distance until you are ready to come back and speak to my fiance with some respect. If he cannot confront his mother and say that, it means he is a child in his mind. He still sees his mother as an adult and him as the child, and he has not separated and individuated. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. It's a joke between me and my therapist. It's not even a joke, but anyways, I digress. He has not separated and individuated. He has not separated himself from his mother. The umbilical cord has not been cut. Okay, so there's absolutely no way that you can be dating a baby man, a man baby. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna end this video here. I really enjoyed doing this, and I want you guys to take what I have to say, obviously with a pinch of salt, but also take heed. These streets are not safe. Take heed. Really, I'm doing this to educate you guys through my pain. I don't believe in just letting the pain sit in my heart. I believe in turning my pain into flowers, and the way I can do that is to bring you these videos and to educate you and to share my experiences, because I feel as though a lot more women go through what I experienced than we're willing to talk about. I am not ashamed of what I went through, because shame, I want to say shame thrives in the dark. It really does. And I think good old auntie Dr. Brene Brown said that shame thrives in the dark, and when we bring it to light is when it cannot thrive any longer. And I feel like this is what I'm trying to do for myself. It's healing, and I also want to help you heal if maybe you have been through similar things, through the content that I'm going to be making as a single mother now. And another thing is that if I'm talking about there's no way somebody can shame me about things that I'm talking about things that I've been through, that I'm talking about. So for those of you that feel as though that, you know, oh, she's being toxic, oh, why are you talking about this in public? Click out of my videos, or rather just watch the book reviews, the cute little vlogs, whatever, because that's not what this is about. I'm not trying to be toxic. I'm trying to be informative and to educate you, especially the younger girls that are in their early 20s, because these men out here, they're not here to play. Or they are here. They're here to play with your heart and to dribble you, and I'm putting you on game. That's what this is about. So please, I'm serious, take notes. Or if you need to come back to this video, come back to this video. But when you're out there dating men, remember that you're dating, or even whatever, remember that when you when you are going on dates with these men, it's actually you're interviewing them to share a part of your beautiful life with you. Okay, so don't just let any bozo come and hoodwink you with n'importe quoi, you know. So anyways, enough preaching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.